Morning all of you. In the previous classes we have stopped at the topic power. So power is rate of doing work, rate of doing work. So power can be written as P is equal to dW by dt, dW by dt. So what is the unit of work done? It is joule. And what is the unit of time? It is second, joule per second, which is nothing but equal to watt. So watt is the unit of power. And we have seen average power and instantaneous power. So what is average power? Power average is equal to total work done by total time. Instantaneous power means P instantaneous is equal to dW by dt. So if P is given as a function of time, or work done is we want to given it as a time, function of time, then we can write instantaneous power. So we have seen the relation, that is P average is equal to half of P instantaneous. So we stopped the class up to that relation. Just we can revise this to continue further. So in this class we discuss about the applications of power. So applications, some relations, applications. So first application is, whenever you are solving a problem, we go through it. That is first application. If a force F is acting on a body, and the body is starting from rest, initially the velocity is 0 and it acquires a velocity v in some displacement or in certain time, then what is the power transferred by the force to the object? That is the power transferred by the force to the object, or power delivered. We call it as power delivered. Who is delivering the power? The agent which applies force. For example, in case of a car, you can consider the engine. Engine delivers the power. In case of electricity in our house, so the line which supplies energy delivers power to your house. Or in case of a cell or a battery delivers power to the circuit. So like this, power delivered by the agent. Power P is equal to rate of doing work. So what is rate of doing work? So W by T. So what is W? Work done is nothing but force into displacement by time t. So you can write it as F bar dot S bar, vector notation. So F bar dot S bar by T bar, you can take it as S bar by T bar. So which is nothing but equal to F bar dot V bar. Power P is a scalar quantity because it is a dot product of two vectors. So power delivered by the agent onto the object is given as F bar dot V bar. So whenever in a problem the force is given and the velocity acquired by the object is given, you can able to calculate the power delivered by the agent to the object. Second application it is, we know that machine gun. So you can consider a machine gun. So this machine gun fires bullets continuously. It is firing bullets. So let us consider the mass of each bullet is m, and the velocity of the bullet which comes out of the gun is v. Then what is the power of the machine gun? So this it fires number of bullets is small n per unit second, per unit time, or per time. So you can write number of bullets is n, mass of each bullet is small v, and velocity of the bullet which comes outside is v. Then power of the machine gun is equal to work done by the gun on the bullet by time, which is nothing but equal to work done kinetic energy theorem. Work done is nothing but equal to change in kinetic energy change in kinetic energy half mv square multiplied by, it is only for one bullet, you want to write for n bullets, n by time is 1 second, you can take it as number of bullets per 1 second is n, then n into half mv square. So this is the power of the gun. So the power of the gun is n multiplied by half mv square. So that is a second application. So we can consider one more application, that is third one. So third application is conveyor belt. So what is conveyor belt? Conveyor belt. So whenever we go into a shopping mall, or whenever you have been, when somebody have gone into airport, or somebody have gone to Tirumala temples, wherever you can observe, or we can go to the metro railway station. So here we can see a belt is carrying the objects onto the rollers. So that will go inside and it will be scanned, objects will be scanned, and again they will come. So that that arrangement is called as conveyor belt. So there is some motor, and this motor is switched on, it will rotate the belt, or it will move the belt along with the objects. So when you put the object, some mass is kept on the belt, and the motor has to move that object with constant velocity. So this is the belt, and it is rolled over some rollers, and the object is placed here, whose mass is m, and this belt is moving with a constant speed. So continuously you are putting some mass. So although you are increasing the mass, the belt moves with the constant speed. So what is the power given by the motor? Extra power given by the motor. So without objects, it will move with constant velocity. Whenever mass is increased with time, rate of change of mass, what is the extra power given by the motor to move the belt at a constant speed? So now we can calculate that power. So power delivered by the motor is equal to what is that power? Force into velocity, F bar dot V bar. So all otherwise you can write F bar V bar cos 0, you can write FV. So what is F into V? So if you observe what is the force required to pull this belt. So force F is equal to, we have the formula m into dv by dt, or you can also write d by dt of mv, d by dt of mv. So here if you remember, in variable mass system means variable mass system. What is variable mass system? Mass changes with time, that is dm by dt. Mass changes with time, you are adding one by one with respect to time, masses are increasing. Variable mass system. So in variable mass system, if you take the derivative of these two, that is a derivative of d by dt of m into v, means u into v formula you can write. If you remember derivative formula, f is equal to m into dv by dt plus v into dm by dt. We say that this belt is moving with a constant velocity. Constant velocity means velocity is constant. Then you can write dv by dt is equal to 0. Derivative of any constant is 0. So if you can write this term becomes equal to 0. What is the force acting on the belt? F external is equal to v into dm by dt. So if I want to write this, I can write like this. So continuing that equation, power delivered by the engine, power delivered by the motor, P is equal to force into velocity. What is that force I have taken? For a variable mass system, it is v into dm by dt into v. So you can write dm by dt v square. So this is another formula. So in case of conveyor belt, the power delivered by the motor to move the belt at a constant speed is P is equal to dm by dt into v square, where v is the velocity of the belt and dm by dt is rate of change of mass, and this dm by dt is given by, what is the units of this one? Kilogram per second. So for 1 second, how much mass is added to the belt. And next application, so normally in our houses we will have a pump. So pump to lift water from the ground, or we can also consider a crane for lifting the objects. So whenever a cell phone tower has to be installed on a building, yes, we come see, or whenever there is building construction, the iron rods will be carried to the upper layers of the building. Then we will use a crane. That crane is doing some work, rate of work with respect to time. Hence, we can consider the pump, power of the pump or power of the crane. So what is the relation here? How can we consider? Suppose you consider the pump. So this pump is nothing but, if you observe, this is a bore well and the water has to be lifted from the bore well. This is below the ground level and the building is above it. So the tank is built on the building. So the pump water will be pumped onto the ground level for a depth of h1, and this is again this is the pump, and this is again pumped to the tank which is at a height of h2 from the ground level. So this is at a height of h2 from the ground level. So water is lifted, the total height to which the water is lifted is h1 plus h2. So from ground, from bottom to tank, it is h1 plus h2. So to lift this, work is done against gravitational force. So what is the potential energy? This energy is stored as a potential energy, or work done is stored as potential energy, mg into h1 plus h2, for example. So if the borewell depth is given, only you want to consider only the height from the surface of the water to the height of the tank, you don't require h1. So this is the convenience, it is depending on the problem. And again, if you consider, the water will flow with certain speed into the tank. So velocity of the water is also given, or sometimes just water will fall with almost little velocity is 0. So there is no kinetic energy of water. So depending on the problem, you just add the number of terms. So if only we consider the water is lifted, we don't bother about the depth, we only bother about the height. So you can write W is equal to mgh2, or simply you can write mgh. So this work is done by the motor in lifting water to a height of h from the surface of the ground. Then power delivered by the motor is in t seconds. This tank is filled in a time of t seconds or t minutes. So power P is equal to mgh. So in the first case, for the first case you can write mg into h1 plus h2 divided by t. And one more case is given, if the velocity, water has some velocity also, so you can have velocity of water that is plus half mv square by t. So these are the three different problems. So by studying the problem, you can apply any one formula. So that is regarding the pump or crane. Crane also lifts the objects to a height. So depending on the problem, you can apply the formula. And in case of pump or crane, there is one more term which is normally used in the problems, that is efficiency of the pump. Efficiency of pump or crane. What is meant by efficiency? Efficiency means it is denoted by a letter, anything, x% or percentage, in terms of percentage. Normally efficiency is power output by power input. If it is a percentage, means you can write into 100. So if you say that the percentage efficiency of a motor is 1 watt, half. So you can say it is half percent or 50%. 50% means if the motor is having a power of 1 watt, so it can only give the output only 500 watts. So what is the percentage efficiency of this thing? This is output. This is output, and this is original value. Input means this is original. So you can write 500 by 1. What would get cancelled? So 500 by 1 power output by power input into 100. Okay, sorry. Power output 500 by 1000 you can write, not 1000, sorry, into 100, no. So percentage 100 you can write 100. So 100 means it is 100, so it is only 50%. So like this you will get. So 50%. So if 50% efficiency means, so percentage means you can also write by 100. Percent means by 100 into power input is equal to power output. So this is how we can able to calculate the formulas. Whenever problem is given, we can see it. Efficiency means Suppose if you consider the rating of the motor is 1 kilowatt, but it carries water to a height of only say 10 meters. What is the efficiency? Means you use this formula to calculate the power output. This is the power output given by the pump. What is the given reading? You know that from the problem. So power output by power input into 100, you will get the answer. 50% or 25% or 33%, whatever it may be, you will get the answer. So like this, we can consider one more application, that is fourth one. Next one is fifth problem. If you see fifth one, here a car is moving on a road, horizontal road with a constant acceleration. A car is moving on a horizontal road with a constant acceleration. So mass is m and its acceleration is a, and r is the resistance offered by the road. So r is the resistance offered by the road. So what is the power of the engine? What is the power of the engine? So here what you have to consider, normally you start with Newton's laws of motion. So if the force applied by the engine is F, so what is the net force applied? So overcoming the friction, it is acquiring an acceleration of A. So what is the net force? F net is equal to MA minus R, you can write. F net means total applied force minus F net I will write F minus R is equal to, this is the net force acting on it. F net is equal to applied minus resistance is equal to M into A. So you can write total force F is equal to R plus M into A. Let us suppose the body starts from rest and it acquires a velocity v after some time. What is the power of the engine? Power of the engine P is equal to force into velocity. You can write R plus MA into V. So these are some of the applications. And next one more thing. All these applications are useful in the power chapter for solving the problem. So now we consider one more thing. So here a body is, sixth one more application is there. I will read the statement. A body of mass m is initially at rest. So the body is initially at rest. So the body is initially, it is at rest. So it is at rest. And by the application of constant force, its velocity changes to v0 in time t0. So its velocity has been changed to v0. So here starting from time t is equal to 0, the time has been changed to t0. Now, what is the kinetic energy of this body after a time of t seconds? What will be the velocity? Let us consider the velocity is here, is v. So when a constant force is applied, the body is accelerated. When a constant force is applied, the body is accelerated. So what is acceleration actually? So what is v? You can also write v is equal to at. V means you can write at. What is acceleration here? v0 by t0. v0 by t0. So that is the acceleration, v0 by t0. And what is the displacement of the body? If you write, displacement is equal to half of at square. So within a time of t seconds, so don't take from here to here, total time of t seconds, what is the displacement? S is equal to half at square. So now you can write work done is equal to force into displacement, which is nothing but equal to m into a into s. So it is mass m into acceleration is v0 by t0 into, because it's starting from rest, v0 by t0 means acceleration a is equal to v0 minus 0 by t0, or you can also write v0 by t0. So s is half of at square. At square means again you can write v0 by t0 multiplied by t square, multiplied by t square. Now you can write work done means it is m into half of m into v0 square by t square by t0 square, t square by t0 square. This work done is nothing but kinetic energy. What is the question asked? What is the kinetic energy of this body after t seconds? So kinetic energy, this work done is nothing but represented as kinetic energy. Therefore kinetic energy of the body is equal to half of m v0 square t square by t0 square, t square by t0 square. So this is one formula. So if you want to write what is the power means by t you can write. So half of m v0 square, t get cancelled, t by t0 square. So like this we can find the relation. So you can consider any other case. Next one more application, it is seventh one. A car is moving on a horizontal rough road. What is the power of the engine with a velocity v? So here the total frictional quotient is given. So the engine has to overcome only frictional force with a constant velocity, means friction is F into V. So the mass of the car is M. So what is the normal force? You can write, this is normal force, this is mg. So force F is equal to mu mg into V. So like this you can calculate the power of the engine. So when it is accelerating, one formula you got already. If it is moving at a constant velocity, you are getting one more another formula. So like this we can consider the application. So the fundamental definition is work done per unit time. So wherever the cases are required, you can just convert and see the how can you convert that relation. And next one more applications are there. Graphs are there. Graphs. So there are some graphs in solving the problems. So first graph is power time graph. Power time graph. Power time graph. What is this power time graph? So power time graph is a graph is plotted between power and time. Power on y-axis and time on x-axis. Power on x-axis. So this graph will be like this. And this is the power time graph. Power time graph. So this is dt. So you can consider power into time. So the area of this one is at a given time. So P is equal to dw by dt, or you can also write P dt is equal to dw. Suppose you want to find the work done, W is equal to integral dw. So the time interval is from t1 to t2. So almost average power you can take it. So there is no change. Almost you can take it as P only. So W is equal to integral of t1 to t2 P into dt. So if P is given as a function of time, then integrating this you will get work done or change in kinetic energy. So you can use this formula for any of the problem. Just try to understand this relation. It will be very easy for you to solve the problem. So if you understand integral y dx, what does it represent? Integration of y dx. Y is a function of x and dx is a variable. So here it denotes the area. So work done is equal to area under power time graph. The area under power time graph between the curve and the time axis represents with the time axis represents work done. So using this concept you can solve some problems. And next and foremost one is work time graph. Work done time graph. Whenever you get work done, you can able to calculate one more some relations, that is average power. So using PT graph you have to calculate average power. So this is second application, average power. Average power P average is equal to total work done by total time. So what is the total work done? It is area T1 to T2 power into dt. This is total work done. What is total time? It is nothing but T1 to T2. Just you add the time interval dt. So using this formula you can calculate average power of that one. And next one is second graph is work time graph. What is the use of this work time graph? So you can plot work done on x-axis and time on work done on y-axis and time on x-axis, because time is an independent variable. So you can calculate. So if you get a graph like this, so it is having a variable slope. The slope of the graph changes. It is not constant. So you want to calculate the slope of the graph. If you remember, you have to draw a tangent to the graph or curve which makes an angle with the time axis or positive x-axis. So the slope is nothing but y component by x component. So slope is equal to delta w by delta t. So or you can also write dw by dt, because delta t tends to limit delta t tends to 0, you can write dw by dt is equal to 0. So this is nothing but equal to P instantaneous power delivered by the force at that time is given by this graph, which is nothing but equal to tan theta. If theta is given, you can also find instantaneous power delivered. P instantaneous is equal to tan theta, where theta is the angle made by this point. Let us suppose at this point, suppose another point you consider B point. Again you can draw a tangent here. So like this you will get one more theta, theta 2. So depending on theta, the instantaneous power delivered will also be changing. So these are the points regarding this class, and we will continue. There are only one or two applications, so we can go through it. So all these applications are very much useful in going through your problematic problems in your material. So once after listening this, just simply go through it so that you can solve most of the problems simply. Next one more application, that is relation I want to consider. So this is not it's just a relation, mathematical relation. So first we start with the kinetic energy. So relation between kinetic energy and power. So how this both are related. So you take kinetic energy. What is kinetic energy? Half mv square. So the kinetic energies. So derivative of kinetic energy with respect to time. So we can write d by dt of half of mv square. So you can write half of m d by dt of v square. So half of m d by dt means it is 2v into again derivative of v. So which is nothing but equal to half of dv by dt is m, half ma into 2v. So you can cancel 2 and half. Ma is force into velocity. Force into velocity is equal to power. So if you observe the relation, power P is equal to derivative of kinetic energy with respect to time. So this is the relation, and this relation is also useful in problems. When kinetic energy is given as a function of time, then you can able to calculate power. That is one mathematical relation. Power delivered is equal to rate of change of kinetic energy. And this is one application. One more important application I want to consider. That application is most useful and has been asked in a number of times in many competitive examinations. So what is that concept? Just all of you listen carefully. This one is so a pump is there, and that pump is delivering some amount of water through a pipe. So this is a pipe, and this pipe has an area of cross section, and this area of cross section, and the water comes out this area of cross section A with some velocity, with some velocity. So if I want to increase the amount of water n times, so rate of change of mass. So a pump is used to deliver water at a certain rate from a given pipe. So some amount of mass of water is coming out, and it changes. This is nothing but dm by dt. If I want to change this water by n times, dm dash by dt dash is equal to initially dm by dt. If I want to change by n times, increase this by n times, what must be the force delivered by the pump and what must be power delivered by the pump? The pipe is same. So how can we understand this problem? So for understanding this, we start with dm by dt. dm by dt means rate of change in mass. What is rate of change in mass? D by dt of what is mass? Volume into density. Volume of the water into density of water. So dA by dt of what is volume? Area into length of the tube. Area into length of the tube multiplied by density. So you can consider d by area is constant, density is constant, area is constant. So here we consider A is equal to rho into d. So rho into d means here we have to consider into dl by dt. dl by dt. What is dl by dt? Distance by time, rate of this is the distance by time. You can take it as velocity of the water, velocity of the liquid. So we can write a rho into velocity into d. A rho into velocity into d. Velocity into density of the water. So next one, if you want to, this is dm by dt you can write. Now you can use this relation and you have to find what is the force applied by the motor as well as velocity, the power applied by the motor, power delivered by the motor. So first I will consider the condition dm dash by dt, dm dash dm whole by dt dash is equal to n times dm by dt, n times dm by dt. So what is dm dash by dt? So you can write a1, I can write a dash rho dash v dash into density of the density I have taken it as okay dd, not necessary, sorry, a dash rho dash v dash is equal to n into dm by dt means initially it is a rho v. Now the pipe is same. What is the meaning of pipe is same? Area a dash is equal to a. Water is same. Water rho dash is equal to rho. So now you can cancel rho dash and rho, a dash and a. So what is the velocity now? Velocity increases. V dash is equal to velocity changes. If you want to increase velocity also, if you want to get more water, what should you do? You should increase the velocity of the water. So the amount of water coming out of the pipe must be increased. So V dash is equal to n times into V. Now with this relation I want to find the power force delivered. First condition, F is equal to force F is equal to how much? You can write force F is equal to V into dm by dt. V into dm by dt. What is dm by dt? Force m into, so similarly you can write f dash is equal to, in the second case, velocity v dash into dm by dt dash, dm by dt dash. Now you can take the you can divide these two and you can take the ratio. Then you can write in the place of v dash, in the second step I will write v into dm by dt means it is a v rho, and similarly v dash means it is nv in terms of vd, and here also it is a dash v v dash into rho dash. So already we have seen rho dash and rho dash get cancelled, a dash and a dash get cancelled, and here also 1v and v get cancelled. So here what is this? V dash is equal to nv. So here again you can write v by n into v into n into v dash is n into v again. So f by f dash is equal to, again v get cancelled. So I can write 1 by n into n is n square, f by f dash is equal to, or you can write f dash is equal to n square into f, The force has to be increased by n square times. So suppose you have to take a volume of the water has to be doubled, n is equal to 2, so 2 square is 4. So like this we can consider. And similarly if you consider power P dash, I will start with the second case only. P dash is equal to force F dash into V dash, and power P is equal to force F into V. So you can take the ratio. So power P dash is equal to, so power P dash by P is equal to force F dash. F dash means it is n square F. V dash means it is nV divided by force F into V. If VV get cancelled, FF get cancelled. P dash is equal to n cube P. Suppose you have to double the mass of the water, you have to increase the power by n cube times, that is 8 times. So like this we can have the applications of power. So and one more application is also there that we will discuss it as a problem in the next class. Until this we can consider these applications. So this is how we can revise. So whenever power is given, so you start with the initial formula. So once we recapitulate the class again, so what are the points we have discussed? So the points we have discussed is power P is equal to work done by time. So force into displacement by time. So you can write force into velocity. So in different cases the force is different. So if the variable mass system is there, mass changes with time. So power delivered will be dm by dt into velocity into v. So this is one case, one type of equation. So if a car is considered, the net force is equal to force applied by the engine plus ma. So or you can write resistance plus ma into v. This is the net force. Resistance offered plus mass into acceleration. That is the force acting on that, so that the body is acquiring that acceleration. And if it is moving only rough horizontal surface, you can also write P is equal to mu mg. This is the force, frictional force, multiplied by the velocity. So like this we are getting different forms. And for a power, for a crane or a pump, we can write work done is lifting an object against gravitational force mgh within a time of t seconds or t minutes. So depending on the problem you can write. And next one, if you want efficiency of the engine, percentage efficiency is equal to power output or output power by input power into 100. So this is efficiency, percentage efficiency. And if you want to consider a pipe is taken and if you want to increase the amount of water, say n times, what is the force applied? F dash is equal to n square f and power P dash is equal to n cube P. So this is how. And one more application is graphs. So power time graph. So if you consider power and time, and the graph is like this. The area of PT graph. Summary you can write whatever we have learned. Area of PT graph is equal to work done. It is work done. First one. And next one is work done time graph. If you consider work done time graph, and the graph is like this. The slope, if you consider the slope of work done time graph is equal to P instantaneous, power instantaneous. So like this wherever you consider. And next one is using this graph, one more formula we have derived, that is power average is equal to integral T1 to T2 P dt by integral T1 to T2 dt. And power instantaneous, the relation is there already, 2 times that of power instantaneous is equal to 2 times that of P average. So these are the formulas, and just go through this and try to solve some problems which may be useful for you, and which can be solved using the techniques of differentiation and integration. So thank you.